First down, Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 26, check 26. Fire down.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. Now Carr. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Drake. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here,
costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Play action now. Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Let's go, D. Watch tight end. I love it. I love it. 3 there. 34's the night. 34's the Delta. Check in.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. So it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he hits Drake. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. These two teams all tied after one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Carr gonna throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Raiders.
Henry Ruggs.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Throw left side, complete. That's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now Bridgewater. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Raiders. Carr to Waller. No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver. Carr now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach? Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week. Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Bridgewater to Fant, first down Broncos. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 34. Matt. 20. Check in. Check in. I got you. I got you. Hey, check back 34.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Divine Diablo. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. To throw his car. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Bridgewater to throw it. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bridgewater again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. Buying time to his left. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This time they stay on the ground. Fights off the defender, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr, rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Bridgewater. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Courtland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Carr. Flush to his right. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Williams running left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Hey, check back 34. Mike, 34.
To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in.
To throw, Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice sharp run there by Kenyon Drake, and he's awfully tough to get on the ground. And how about this Raiders backfield? It's certainly not lacking for punch, having signed Drake this year and already having Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now, Drake, he's never had a 1,000-yard season, but last year in Arizona was his best yet. 955 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, plus he can catch it swinging out of the backfield.
Forced out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Being chased out left. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Carr. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Carr to throw again. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the 4th. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play fake. Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action. Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd and 2, Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. To the air again with Bridgewater. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Right back to Drake. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. On 3rd down, Drake. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Carr steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, it's Gordon.
He finds some open field here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 7. Bridgewater here to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.